Hey Libra, welcome to Arya Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Libra. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. Wow. This person might be a Leo, and it's funny because we've been in all the readings having a lot of fire energy show up. Yeah, so this might be a Leo here. There's a lot of words coming to mind to describe this person already. They are determined. They have a lot of inner strength that I think you admire. I think you see them as courageous, maybe even powerful. This could be someone who has a lot of influence. They may be well known. Even if it's just that they are well known in their particular career or in their particular field, or maybe just in their small their small circle or their community. So this could be about somebody who, like, let's say they're a tarot reader or something. Like, it's not the most common thing. So this could be someone who maybe is well known in like their tarot community, or they're well known maybe in the local community as like somebody who reads cards, or someone who's very intuitive or something like that. It doesn't have to be on a giant scale with this energy that I'm feeling. It could just be somebody who's well known like in their circle. This is even someone who's well known and well liked at their school. So for some of you, that might resonate. And they might be in a position of authority in some way. So this kind of giving me the energy of somebody who's like a boss or a manager, someone who has enough expertise that people listen to what they have to say. I feel like this is someone who really is in a leadership position, or who could fall into that role very easily with the energy of influence that they kind of exude. So this is someone who leads by example, I want to say. Yeah, they're not somebody who leads with a lot of dominating, forceful, kind of aggressive energy. They literally lead by example. It's like whatever they're doing is so cool, or it makes so much sense that it just kind of inspires people around them to follow suit. So they have influence in one way or another. It's very interesting that this is coming up for this person already. They're very influential. I want to look at the bottom of the deck for you guys. Queen of Cups. Exactly. This person is emotionally balanced. They might have feminine aspects to their personality, even if they aren't a female. There's a really nurturing aspect to them. There's kind of this feeling of it's like this person has learned to take care of themselves. They've learned to weather the storm and to kind of be their own best friend. I'm really drawn to these two dogs that are down at the bottom of this image here. So yeah, this might be somebody that has a pet or is drawn to dogs. It's funny because I think I'm getting that message here too. Yeah, this might be an animal lover, someone who has a pet, at least one, maybe two. Very interesting. I'm going to leave that here. Yeah, there's a nurturing aspect to this person's personality, to their whole vibe. I feel like this is someone who wouldn't ever really try to like force their beliefs down your throat, or try to tell you that you have to do things a certain way, or that you have to feel a certain way about just whatever's going on in life. But they do have a way of influencing or inspiring you to take certain actions. Like, for example, maybe this person eats really healthy or something, and it's like, they never would try to tell you what you should eat, but at the same time, you're just really inspired by, like, maybe by their dedication to eating this way, or maybe you're seeing improvements in their health or in their fitness, and it's like something that really inspires you. It could be, and this person might be a really good cook, because the image that's coming to me is like, they might always be cooking up something really delicious, and it's like, it shows you like you could kind of see, oh, maybe eating healthy doesn't have to be bland and boring. Like, they kind of inspire you through their actions. That's the vibe I'm getting from this person. So that's really just an example, but the point is that they have a way of quietly influencing and inspiring. And I kind of get the feeling that this is someone who you're really glad to have in your life, because you feel like they're constantly inspiring you and triggering growth within you. This type of connection has the potential to grow and to develop over time, especially emotionally. So this might be a connection that has a lot of emotional significance to you. Yeah, this is somebody that you can grow with, someone you can evolve with, because what I feel like is standing out here is you kind of notice about this person that you're able to envision taking the next step with them. Whereas I feel like you might have been in situations before where it's like you could feel that you would easily outgrow someone, that the progress that you're making isn't going to be like anything that they will keep up with. And this can be in any area of life, but this is somebody who is going to grow with you, is going to evolve with you, is always kind of looking at that next step. And it doesn't feel like somebody that you could easily outgrow. It's more like the two of you evolve together. The strength aspect of this energy is literal for some of you. So this person, for some of you, is very physically strong. They might be in great physical shape. They may train in a particular discipline of like martial arts or something. They might be into weightlifting. I just saw like the little ballerina that would be on top of a music box or on top of a jewelry box. So this person might be a dancer, and it doesn't have to be ballet dance, but that's just kind of like a little hint for me that this person might train in some form of dance. I don't know why, but I'm getting a lot of physicality with this person. So like this idea of dancing or like playing sports, hiking, or it could be that they're generally outdoorsy. That might be kind of a defining characteristic about this person. They might like to camp or to travel. It might not even be an outdoorsy energy, but there is kind of an energy of adventurousness to them, and it's like they like to experience things. They like to really get in there and experience it. They might be somebody who likes to kind of learn by doing things, so they might not like a lot of like instruction or a lot of theory about things. They have to kind of get in there and get their hands dirty before they truly understand things, or understand how something works. And yeah, I keep getting that energy of this person might be an animal lover. We have a cat showing up in the strength card. We have these two dogs in the Queen of Cups cards, or card, I should say. Yeah, this person may be an animal lover. Or I feel like if you have a pet, it's like this pet is really drawn to this person. And it's like, I feel like your pet might be immediately comfortable or affectionate with this person. And this is something that you really notice. Like that actually stands out to you, especially if you have an animal that doesn't usually warm up to people very fast. This really stands out to you because it's almost like you use your pet's like instincts or something to judge people's character sometimes, or at least when you meet this person, it feels like a judge of their character, the fact that your pet warms up to them and is very comfortable with them like really fast. So it's like, you know, like, well, if Fluffy likes him, then he must be a winner, you know, because Fluffy doesn't like anyone. It's kind of that energy there. But this person might have a dog or a cat, or some other pet that they're very close with, and this could also be the energy of your pet. So it could, I feel like for some of you, you have a pet that you're very close with and they have a pet they're very close with. It might be that you have two pets and they have one, or vice versa, but it's like you both might have these sort of companion type animals, and I feel like there's a lot of harmony there. And this is just like a way for you to recognize this person. There's a lot of harmony and this interest, and your pets get along. Your pets can kind of like operate and live in harmony with one another. So very interesting. There's a message coming through about instinct around this person. So two messages actually. The first is referencing your instincts about this person. So there might be like an immediate knowing when you meet this person, and there might be a kind of a sense that you want to trust your gut when it comes to this person. So an opportunity might present itself for you to take a chance. And there's a message just to trust your gut and to trust your initial instincts about this person. Whatever that was, because I feel like there's like this message of animal instinct here. So whatever you felt this person, whatever you felt this person's intentions were, or whatever kind of vibe or energy you got off of this person to begin with, it's like always refer back to that initial instinct, because you weren't wrong. Yeah. This is a little bit odd, but I actually feel like some of you might encounter a situation with this person where somebody tries to like badmouth them to you. And this could happen shortly after you meet them. It doesn't have to be maybe as strong as badmouth them, but for some of you, I think it is. I feel like you might learn something about this person that kind of paints them in a different light. Or maybe you just have some doubts come up on your own. This could be like some of your own fears coming out, or something this person is offering, or some new opportunity this person brings with them. It might make you have some doubts creep up. But yeah, that message of your first instincts being really important when it comes to this person is recurring. So that might be a way for you to kind of squash that fear and just kind of know that this person has the best of intentions. We're going to look into their energy more. This is somebody who works through obstacles all the time. It's like they find ways to push themselves to do more, or to maybe beat their previous records on something like that, like beating sales goals or beating fitness goals or something like that. They might really challenge themselves professionally. I just heard they never give up. So there's kind of this feeling that kind of like, even when you think they've given up, this is somebody who just emerges stronger. Like they just come back stronger. Yeah, there's that energy again. Every reading, there's been an energy. This might be someone that is from your past for some of you. So if that's the case, this is somebody that you maybe thought gave up on this connection. And it's like, just when you think that they gave up, they come back stronger, or they come back more determined. So I want to try to get more clues about who this person is. So we're going to pull some letters. These can be initials. These can represent months of the year, or places. We will just see what comes through. Might even be able to spell some words. So who is this person? Who is this person? We have S. We have J. We have Y. A couple more. We have B. They might go by initials, like BJ, DJ, TJ, something like that. There was another message coming through. I just heard South Jersey. Oh, don't make me lose this. I feel like the message is coming through and it kind of got away from me. Oh, this is, okay. I feel like this person's name may be J. This could be that their name starts with a J, but the fact that we got this Y, their name might literally be like J-A-Y, J, or this could be a reference to a middle name, even a location, like a place that's known as the J. I'm hearing the J and the Y, so there might be something about that in terms of location. I'm going to pull one more of these, and then we're going to pull some of the letter charms. Okay, we have an E, B, I just heard Sebi, or Seb, so Sebastian, something like that. I don't know. Let's pull a couple of these. See what messages we get. Whoa, that's more than a couple. I already am seeing 2 V's. No, no, no. This is an A. This is an A. A V and an A. So that might be the missing A there in J. But we have an A, a V, an M. This could also be a W. I think this is an M. We have an S. You guys got so many. Oh, we have the W. So we've got the M and the W. That might be why I felt like that could be a W too, because there is a W out here. M, W. I just heard Maverick. I don't know if that's a name that might be significant to some of you. I'm also getting like this weird Top Gun reference. I don't know where that's coming from. So that might have something to do with this person. We have a C, a D, a Q, and a T. And that combination came out, I think it was the first reading, but whenever I see the Q and the T, it's like, sorry, somebody's pulling my attention to, let me see if I can get the letter, because for some reason this R just jumped out at me. Like, I just heard Rebecca. Oh, you guys, there's so many messages. Yeah, that RTC. Interesting. Yeah. There's a lot of messages coming through, some reference to a bus for some of you. But yeah, the Q and the T. This is somebody you're attracted to, someone who's attracted to you. Like sometimes when that letter combination comes out, it's like you think this person is a cutie, they think you're a cutie. There's some level of attraction here, and this fire energy here kind of lends itself to attractiveness and attraction between the two of you. So I'm going to pull some oracles now, and let's just see what else we can find out about this person. See if we can get a little bit more into their energy. Okay, we have envy. This is card 20. Oh, I'm getting, yeah, this might be a date. 20th might be a date for some of you. Let's see what else. I just looked up at the clock and saw 1919. So 9s could be significant, 10s could be significant, and this is also, again, like kind of that energy of 20. Really close to 20, really close to the completion of something. So this might be somebody who's very close to achieving something in their life, to completing something. This is kind of giving me the energy of judgment from the tarot. So maybe having a wake up about something, making a final decision about something. We have full moon in Sagittarius, more fire energy. So we've got Leo, Sagittarius. We could be looking at Aries energy as well with all of this fire energy. We're going to pull one more oracle card and then look at what we can see about this person. Oh, there's your card. Where's it go? Where did it go? I don't know. Oh, there it is. Okay. Thought I lost it. So we have North Node. North Node Destiny. Okay. I have to start with this North Node card, so I feel like I'm like reading backwards, but this is really drawing my attention because the energy of the North Node is all about our destiny. It's about finding and fulfilling our purpose. And this Strength card always looks to me like she's following her North Star. This image here. So it's like she's fulfilling her destiny and overcoming whatever challenges come up along the way. This person has direction. That's what I can say about them. They have a definite sense of direction, and a definite sense of their purpose, or wanting to fulfill their purpose. Wow, there's some message coming through. It's funny because I feel like there's been a couple of times that I thought you were going to get the letter P. When I was pulling these first, like the paper letters, I thought P was going to come out and it didn't. And then I just looked over here and saw MV and I thought MVP. This might be somebody who is involved in sports. We were talking about that physicality and that physical strength. So this might be somebody who's very ambitious in terms of like their sports performance or their sports career or something like that. But I feel like that energy of being very valuable or really contributing something is very strong with this person. So whether that's that they contributed in like a sport that they play, or if this is about their value and their contribution as a part of their life. This is somebody who is very, very determined and has a vision for themselves. For those of you where this is a returning person, which has come up in I think every reading, so we kind of have to touch on that. I feel like this person, I feel like saying for this person, they have direction now. If this is someone who is coming back into your life, they have direction now. So this might have been somebody who was lost in the past, or someone who didn't seem to have a plan. This is coming across as a person who maybe you couldn't like get on the same page with, and that could have had you feeling a little bit lost, like you didn't know where things were going, but they just seem to have more of a plan now. So if this is someone returning to your life, it feels like they have more of a plan now. They have more direction. They've looked at things differently. They've looked at the bigger picture when it comes to this connection. Yeah, I feel like this isn't just about having a plan for your relationship, which I do feel like they might have been severely lacking before, but it's not just about that. This is about having a plan for life in general and having more direction in life in general. If there were big changes that they needed to make, it's like they have a plan for that now. They have a plan of how to implement that, or they've already implemented it. I think this person has grown in their career. They've made massive leaps and bounds. It could be that they've maintained steady employment or something like that. So if this person had like this element of being lost, or, okay, I feel like for some of you, this is somebody who has left your life before. Because we have like bye, like goodbye, somebody that you had to say goodbye to for some of you. And this is them coming back as like this new and improved version of themselves. They have more direction. They have more of a plan. They've grown. And I feel like they've taken on more responsibility if this is a returning person. Now, if this is a brand new person, I feel like this direction is one major thing that you notice about them. They have a direction of their own. And I feel like what really stands out is this person doesn't really care that much about what other people think or what other people say. Because it's like they're here to fulfill their own destiny. They're here to face their own challenges, to overcome their own unique obstacles. And I just get the feeling this isn't somebody who often looks to the left or to the right. They just kind of stay in their own lane. They're not trying to compete with anybody. They're not trying to show off to anybody. They're not trying to prove anything to anybody, because they're really following their own destiny. The funny part about this is I do think that this person can elicit a lot of envy, because in the process of pursuing their own destiny, I kind of think maybe like the people around them are very envious of what they're able to create, or they're very envious that they aren't able to get this person's attention, to get a reaction out of them, to get them to try to compete. It's like this person marches to the beat of their own drum, and I think they are finding a way, or they have found a way to be really successful, kind kind of like in their own unique way. There's some message with these letters that keeps wanting to come through. Yeah, I get the feeling this is a repeated person for some of you, and it won't leave me alone. So I wonder if there's something I'm missing about that. I feel like this is somebody who either doesn't have social media at all, or they don't post very often. I do get kind of a sense of mystery about them, a mysterious air, but it's not that they're hiding anything. I feel like they don't feel the need to overshare a lot of things, or they don't feel the need to boast and brag about like where they are in life, or the trip that they took, or the fancy thing that they just bought. They just really don't feel the need to show off like that. So they might not be very active on social media, and I feel like it might be that their posts are kind of vague or mysterious, like you don't really know quite where they are when you see a location, or their page doesn't have a lot of information filled out about them. I should back up because I think I'm getting ahead of myself. I just mean like if they take a picture, they don't always tag where they are, and you can't always figure it out from like the background. There's something about them where it's like they don't give it all away. And I think it's that they don't give away a lot of their energy to like outside forces that don't play a major role in their life. They don't give away a lot of information about themselves. And even when they do share, or if they're in a position where they have to share, it's not coming from a boastful place of like, oh, look at me, look at all the cool stuff I'm doing, look at all the places I'm going. It's really not about that. Like they manage to maintain some sense of privacy. I just think they have a lot of pride in who they are, who they're becoming, where they're going, the work that they do. They take a lot of pride in that. So I also feel like a major way that you'll notice this person, in terms of like physically, I see like golden hair. This person might be blonde. It's interesting because the golden hair, and in this envy card, we have like a golden city here that's in the background. And in the foreground here, we have like this silver city. So I wonder if this person, for some of you, maybe they have like silver hair. They might be graying. I just got the image of like a silver fox. So it could be something like that. They could have been blonde and now it's a little, like there's little bits of gray. Of course that depends on the person's age, but I think for some of you that is a physical attribute that that you will notice about this person. But I also feel like most of what you notice about them has to do with their personality, because that's most of the messages that are coming through. Like I feel like this person is really good with money. They're very financially savvy and stable, or they're working to create that financial stability in their life, and they're not willing to sacrifice what they've built up for any kind of immediate gratification. So this is someone who would have investments, or they have a retirement plan. They're always thinking ahead. They won't sacrifice their savings, but they also aren't willing to sacrifice their integrity just to impress someone, or just to keep up with the next guy, or with their group of friends, or whatever it is. They don't have the need to try to keep up. And I think in the long term, they actually create more success and more stability for themselves. They're looking to create something that they can feel very proud of. It's just really that message of they're following their own North Star here. So, yeah, they're pretty future oriented, and they're going to do what's important to them. They're going to like put their resources toward what they value, not just toward what looks good to other people, or what's going to meet somebody else's need for, or maybe not need, but like expectation of success. They don't feel like they have to prove anything. So let's look at this person's intentions. What is this person's intentions? Wow. We were talking about this person's integrity, and I feel like That's kind of a recurring theme here. I feel like this person has a lot of integrity. That this person, Two of Wands. This person they're offering you honesty. Wow. There's something about this person, they offer honesty, and I don't know if this is a real honest and authentic version of themselves that they're offering you. Because the Seven of Swords can talk about kind of running away from things, maybe even running away when situations get messy or when they get tough. We have this card in the reverse, so this is somebody with staying power. They're offering you stability and, yeah, with the Strength card. A very determined energy and a lot of staying power. So this is somebody who either left before, now what they're offering is for them to stay. They're offering the energy of somebody who won't run. Either way, even if this is a brand new person, they're offering the energy that's opposite to that runner energy. They're not offering an energy of avoidance. Wow. Wow. Okay. An explosion of cards. No way we can ignore that. So there's something very, very dynamic about this person's entrance into your life. There's just no way we can ignore that. There's a lot of energy behind them. Full moon in Sagittarius. So that might have something to do with it. Let's try to sort through what has happened here. So we had Justice and the Two of Cups, Two of Wands, Two of Cups. Repeating twos here. The Chancellor of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands. The Warden of Daggers. King of Swords energy. Four of Wands. Three of Cups. Okay. Yeah, they're telling me an entire story here, and I need to decipher this because I feel like this person is offering a lot of things, and I kind of feel like there's a partnership or like a counterpart energy here. I even think sometimes the two of you might play opposite roles than you expected to, or than you typically play in a relationship, whatever kind of relationship this is. You might play more of a nurturing role than you typically do, or you might play more of a straightforward and like a momentum building type of energy than you typically do. But there's something about the way the two of you play off of each other that's very, very balanced. Two of Wands, Two of Cups, Justice. A lot of balance here. I see deepening of connections, proposals here, partnership, and somebody that you really see eye to eye with. This is very interesting. This person offers the truth. Saying this before, the Seven of Daggers and the Justice card can represent that as well. They offer the truth. They offer a true version of themselves. They might help you to see the truth of a situation more clearly. We have this full moon in Sagittarius energy that's talking about looking at the bigger picture. So they might help you to see something from a broader perspective, maybe even see ways to follow your own destiny. Interesting, these last two cards that fell out, or the last two that we turned over. Three of Cups, Four of Wands. There's a celebratory energy, and there's also a homecoming or reunion energy to this as well. So this might be, again, somebody that you are reconnecting with. This could also be somebody who is from your hometown. This might be somebody you have to look a little bit deeper about. Yeah, because I kind of feel like you might have overlooked this person at one time or another. When you first meet them, you might initially overlook them. But there was that message about trusting your instincts about them. And there really is this feeling of celebration and this feeling of being home, being at home, and a feeling of commitment. This person's very committed. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. Yeah. They offer a new journey in some form. They offer maybe even something that's a little bit unknown to you. It could be a little bit scary to you. Kind of this energy of just needing to take that leap and trust what you know to be true about this person. Trust kind of the energetic feeling that you've gotten about this person right from the beginning. So interesting. A new journey. Page of Cups. This could definitely be romantic. This is somebody that you plan with the Three of Wands, and this is showing your plans getting put into action. You have the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands, so some plans that you're making with this person really get off the ground. And I feel like because this person likes to make plans, to plan ahead, to be prepared, this is something that the two of you might be connecting over. Yeah, the truth stands out so much here. This person's offering you the truth. They're offering you partnership and connection. I feel like the two of you are very honest with each other, and you share your dreams. And in this case, I feel like this is sharing your life purpose with this person. So your life purpose may be intertwined with this person's purpose here, but this can also be that you feel connected enough to this person to actually share with them what you believe your life purpose to be, or to share with them the journey to discovering and uncovering what this purpose is. I feel like the two of you line up on this energy very nicely, and you really understand each other when it comes to this kind of energy and this type of planning. I love this. Yeah, I think that's all the messages I see for you now. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you enjoyed this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit subscribe if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye.